Miriam was a beautiful young lady from a small village in Hagen, Western Highlands Province, in Papua New Guinea. She was fair and tall, with beautiful eyes and face. Shortly after her school, she found a suitable partner who eventually married her. As time went on, they did not have children, and he blamed her for being barren, called her names, and constantly put her down. Whatever she did, it was always wrong in her husband's eyes. Life turned into hell for her, and she had no place to go. She prayed, but nothing worked, and the abuse began to rise to a point where he started dating other women in her presence. Sometimes when she tried to interfere, he gave her verbal lashings, and she felt spun out. Her once striking beauty began to wither, turning her skin dark and dry. Lonely and miserable, one day, she went to a party with her friends just to drive the stress away. Lots of people were at that party, including some foreign guests. She got herself a drink and simply sat on the sofa all alone when she felt someone staring at her from across her eye. She did not pay any attention, but there was this tall, muscular man coming towards her. He was not from the area, he was living in Australia. He introduced himself and told her that he knew her situation was bad, but he could take her away from it and give her a nice life, since he knew what it felt like being in such circumstances. Miriam was struck dumb as his words touched her deeply. That night, she felt something good most surely for the first time in 5 years. They exchanged contacts and went their separate ways. At home, her husband was out with other women, as was the norm. This time, he came home and asked for a divorce. Miriam did not waste any time, she gladly accepted but hid the joy. She knew this was a chance to be free and to find that man who saw her for what she truly was. The divorce was amicable, thus they separated amicably. Sure enough, the Australian man entered her life, took her to Australia where she gained citizenship and had 4 beautiful kids. Miriam felt ashamed. After all, she knew she had never been barren, as they accused and maltreated her all those years. She is now living in Australia, happy with her beautiful family.